Dear beloved fellow, this is a critical pivot point for the artificial intelligence AI ecosystem as the regulatory landscape fractures the mechanism we use to share knowledge, licensing, and conduct research. Institutional protocols are undergoing a radical transformation. The wild west of open science is being replaced by a fortified garden. Fortified garden, where access is gated by geography, ideology, and security clearance. Here is a deep dive into licensing strategies and academic adaptations in this new era. Part 1. Licensing strategies for open source models. The traditional open source definitions, OSI, open source, is clashing with AI reality. A model is not just code, it's a massive data set and a set of weights that can be weaponized. Consequently, new licensing models are emerging to navigate the US, EU, China trilemma. Number 1, the rise of source available versus true open source. The rise of source available versus true open sources. True open source per OSI standards requires that anyone can use, modify, and distribute the software for any purpose. In the artificial intelligence era, this is increasingly seen as a national security risk. The shift. Many major players, Meta with LIAMA, Mistral, Google, are moving to source available license. This allows you to view the code and weights, but impose strict restriction on how you can use them. Common restrictions: user caps, free for users under a certain threshold. For example, 100 million monthly active users, paid for enterprise. Prohibited use cases, explicit bans on military surveillance or political campaigning. Geographic bans, prohibiting use in sanctioned countries or regions with conflicting laws. Number 2, emerging license families. Developers are adopting or creating licenses that act as compliance wrappers for the model. License type, key feature based for risk. License type Apache 2.0 MIT. Key features permissive, based for no restriction. Risk small, low risk model. License type internal tools, high risk, no protection against misuse. vulnerable to export control violations if weights fall into wrong hands. Llama community license, free for research and or commercial use up to 700 million MAU, requires attribution, prohibits competitive use, startups and researchers needing a middle ground. Complexity, the definition of competitive is vague, legal ambiguity for large scale deployment. RAIL, responsible artificial intelligence license, explicitly bans harmful use cases, for example generating hate speech, deep fakes. Ethical artificial intelligence projects, NGOs, enforcement, hard to technically enforce, relies on user honesty. Custom, geofenced license, terms change based on the user's IP, internet protocol address or jurisdiction. Global companies needing to satisfy United States and or European Union and or China simultaneously. Technical depth, requires complex background logic to enforce terms, high legal overhead. Number 3, the dual license strategy. A popular strategy for companies operating globally is to offer two versions of the same model. Version A, global / United States / European Union, released under a restrictive community license that complies with United States export controls and European Union Artificial Intelligence Act transparency rules. Version B, domestic / China, a modified version trained on localized data, released under a license compliant with Chinese regulations, often hosted on domestic clouds, for example Alibaba Cloud, to avoid data sovereignty issues. The cost, this doubles the maintenance burden but allows access to both markets. Number 4, the watermarking and provenance requirement. Future license will likely mandate technical measures, not just legal text. C2PA standards requiring model to embed cryptographic watermarks in outputs to probe origin. License enforcement using model cards that legally bind the user to a specific data retention and deletion policies. If a user violates the license, the model provided can theoretically revoke access if the model is served via API. Or demand destruction of weights, harder to enforce for downloaded models. Part 2, how academic institutions are adapting. Universities, traditionally the bastions of open inquiry, are now on the front lines of the artificial intelligence arms races. They are transforming from open campuses to secure research hubs. Number one, the dual use review board. The dual use, number one, the dual use review board. Just as universities have institutional review boards, IRBs, for human objects, many top institutions such as MIT, Stanford, ETH Zurich are establishing artificial intelligence safety and security review boards. Functions: before a paper is published or code is released, it must be vetted for dual use potential, civilian use versus military weapons use. The process: red teaming, TEAMING, red teaming. Internal teams try to break the model or find malicious use cases. Sanction screening, checking if the research involves collaborators from sanctioned nations. Release decision: the board may approve publication, approve with reductions, for example, removing specific training data or model weights, or ban publication entirely. Number two, data sovereignty and clean rooms. Data sovereignty and clean rooms. To comply with GDPR, as per European Union, GDPR and data localization law, China, universities are building secure research environments. Virtual data clean rooms. Researchers can access sensitive data sets, for example, health records, government data, within a secure, isolated virtual environment. They can run code, get results, but cannot download the raw data or the trained model weights. Federated learning. Instead of moving data to a central server, the model is sent to the data. This allows collaboration across borders without violating data sovereignty laws. Impact: this slow down research but ensures legal compliance. It also creates a digital divide where well-funded universities can afford these infrastructures while smaller ones cannot. Number three, collaboration barriers and firewalls. The era of shameless global collaboration is ending. Visa restrictions. US universities are increasingly hesitant to hire researchers from China or Russia for sensitive artificial intelligence projects due to fears of technology transfer, accusation. Publication blacklist. Journals, for example, Nature Science, are implementing stricter peer review process for artificial intelligence papers, sometimes requiring authors to certify that their work has not been funded by adversarial state actors. The two-track system. Universities are creating separate tracks. Track A, open, basic research, theoretical papers, low-risk models shared globally. Track B, controlled. Track A, open, track B, controlled. Advanced model training, security research restricted to cleared personnel. and domestic partners only. Number 4, the brain drain countermeasure. The brain drain countermeasure. To combat the loss of talent to industry or foreign governments, universities are creating artificial intelligence fellowships, offering competitive salaries and tenure track positions specifically for artificial intelligence researchers to keep them in academia. Public-private partnerships, partnering with tech giants Google, Microsoft to fund research chairs, though this often comes with strings attached regarding data access and publication rights. Ethics as a curriculum. Integrating artificial intelligence ethics, law, and geopolitics into CS, computer science degrees, ensuring graduates understand the regulatory landscape before they enter the workforce. Sorry. The bottom line for the future, we are moving toward a world where knowledge is no longer a public good by default. I repeat, we are moving toward a world where knowledge is no longer a public good by default. For developers, your license is your shield. You must choose your license carefully. Understanding that open source now means open with conditions. For researcher, your institution is your firewall. You must navigate a maze of compliance checks, data seals, and geopolitical restrictions. The ideal of a borderless collaborative scientific community is being replaced by a network of fortified research nodes connected only by carefully negotiated treaties and secure data channels. Hope so all of you understand. But further, if you want to know the implications for the global south trying to build their own artificial intelligence ecosystem without access to this fragmented resource, you may knock. Thank you.